the bod when you're staring at a demigod. What can I say except you're welcome? Episode 65.
Here we are. There it is.
Yeah, you got the demigod. Maui's on the mind.
Yeah, but big time. Welcome. Here we are.
What can
episode 65. What can we say?
Welcome
back to the Nisto Bros podcast. That's what we can say.
That's what we can say, indeed. Episode 65. The NHL, we're doing it. The NHL Stanley Cup draft. It came down to the wire. We weren't sure if we were going to get there, but we did. We got it. We actually agreed on who we thought was going to be in the Cup final, and we both guessed it right. So go back. I think we said it last episode, and I think we said two episodes
and last episode.
Yeah,
so we predicted a little far out there, huh?
Got it on there. And the Canadians, good for them. Cheers, because they are a fan of the pod, because they wrapped it up in 6. Because if it went to 7, it would have been tough, because they would have been playing. They would have been playing Game 7 tonight. So it would have
had to postpone the episode to Sunday, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But we're here. Canadians, Lightning, Stanley Cup Finals. We'll get more into that when we get there. But birthdays. We always started off with the birthdays.
And today, I was gonna say, and today, June 26th.
Yeah,
happy birthday to
26th. Yeah, not me.
No,
I can't even say I'm close to either of these two, because they're superstars. They're superstars in their own right. We'll stick with the singing theme. I'm not going to sing any of her songs, because I just can't.
Range for that.
I don't have the pipes for that. But happy birthday to Ariana Grande, an absolute. I don't know. Can I say it? I'm going to say it. She's an absolute babe. I'm saying it. I said it.
You can 100% say it. It's not debatable. It's not a hot take. That's a fact.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunately, she did just get the good old
stupid.
But
with these celebrity marriages, they don't last. They don't last. And she's been engaged with like 6 times already.
Right.
What her and Pete Davidson were like, the day they were gonna get married, she was like left him or something. Poor guy.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Maybe it wasn't.
Happy birthday to her, absolute superstar. I always think it's so crazy how like she just started on Victorious. And like she wasn't even the main. Yeah, she was so funny and so good, but like she blossomed out of that into literally like one of the biggest pop stars in the world.
It's crazy, isn't it? I'm sure there's other examples, but I can't think of any that went from a side character, I don't know, a secondary character, to a pop star phenomenon,
One thing that I'm not someone who's like coming up now, I don't know a ton about her, but she's very popular now. Olivia Rodrigo. Have you heard of her? She's like blowing up as like the next big pop star, and she started on Disney Channel.
Oh, look at
that. And she was like on some shows there. So a little similar there. But happy birthday, Ariana Grande. I'm going to say maybe it's Ariana Brianna Grande.
I think it's she spells Ariana. It's Ariana with one N. So I'm thinking it's Ariana, 2 N's.
Ariana.
No, absolutely not. I'm not sticking with that.
I'm sticking with Brianna though.
Ariana Venti Grande.
Venti Grande.
No, real guess. I'm gonna go Ariana.
That was the TikTok you sent me, right?
Alexandra.
Or somebody sent me a TicTok.
I think it might have been me.
Yeah, like the
about
medium.
Starbucks.
I want a medium or whatever.
I want a Venti's number.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going Alexandra.
I'm sticking with Rihanna.
I think she also has 2 last names.
Okay, so she has no middle name, and you are right. I don't know if it's just because she got married now. Yeah, so no middle name. We were both wrong there.
Okay.
I don't know if she just got married. No, her spouse's last name is Gomez. So she's keeping her name Ariana Grande Butera.
That's right. I knew that for some reason. Isn't she like only like a year or two older than me? Isn't it sickening?
She is turning 28 today. Happy birthday, Ariana Grande.
2 years older than me. So in 2 years from now, people will be talking about me because I'm going to be a huge pop star named Ariana Grande.
And I don't know,
maybe not that.
This just made me think of Butera. I was like, oh, I feel like there's a baseball player with last name Butera. I looked him up real quick. Drew Butera, catcher for the Angels, career lifetime batting average of 197. Shout out Drew Butera, but a much better baseball player that we'll be talking about right now. Happy birthday to Derek Jeter. Happy birthday. Obviously, I'm a Mets fan, but I can respect that Derek Jeter was one of the greatest players of all time, greatest leaders, greatest winners. You know, I have heard some like rumblings, like, you know, he wasn't the best ever, you know, statistically speaking, and but it was all about those moments, those clutch times, and definitely the leader of that Yankees dynasty in the early 2000s wouldn't have been able to be done without him. And he just he also like embodies the sport, you know, everyone.
Yeah, he's a good ambassador for the game.
Yeah, for sure. Except, you know, I don't know what the Marlins are doing.
With the Junior. I mean, I would say his career average is a little better than our friend Drew. A little bit. I know his stats. I would agree. I don't think his stats are like blowing you away, but I think it's because of one, how long he played, two, with one team. I think that's the biggest thing that stands out, because especially in baseball, that's like that doesn't happen really.
No.
You know, and he played his whole career, a long career. And again, those clutch moments, and he was there when you needed him. I don't think his stats overall, like if you look by the position, aren't, don't get me wrong, I'm not putting them down at all, because they are amazing stats, but I'm sure there's other people in the, you know, shortstop position that were probably better. Well, like, oh man, the dive into the stance,
exactly.
His vintage, like a cross body jump throw, like his defense was incredible.
Yeah. Well, what's your guess for his middle name?
I think I'm going
before. You think you might know it?
I feel like I should know it, but I don't think I do. I'm going Jonathan.
All right, I'm gonna go Derek.
Maybe it's John. I'm sticking with Jonathan.
Derek Richard Jeter is my guess.
Oh,
what
no.
I'm gonna.
So it's out there.
What the hell? This isn't even a name.
Oh, it's like that.
We are gonna say happy 47th birthday to Derek Sanderson Jeter.
Sanderson? That's like a
Sanderson. No, Sander.
Oh, Sanderson, not Standerson. Sanderson. That's still like two last names combined, and that's a surname. That's not.
It's Sandy Alderson of the. That's what I thought of it was.
That's not a middle name.
Anyway. I don't even know, man. I mean, he batted .310 for his career. That's actually pretty insane.
That's really good.
Over 300 for his career.
For your career, especially
for
how long he played too. I mean, what was it? 18-year career or something?
20. He hit
20
years.
I was gonna say 20, but I wasn't 100% confident in it. So he had to start in the 90s. What did he come up?
1995, he played only 15 games, but then 96 was his first full year, and he won Rookie of the Year with a sparkling 314 average. I guess that's the kind of the thing is you always you never looked at him as a power guy, and that's like a lot of like the counting big stats that people say. He only had 100 RBIs in a season once in his career, but runs scored, he had 100 many times.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. Obviously, again, great player, one of the greatest shortstops of all time. Definitely. Happy birthday. I think we gave you a good time to talk about you. So on this day, June 26th, a lot of stuff happened. We're going to go back at least 20 years, maybe, to
give or take
1498. The toothbrush was invented in China. I don't even know what to say. The toothbrush, as we know it today, Well, not as we know it, because it says here that it was invented using boar bristles. So I don't even know what part of the boar they were using.
Where are you getting bristles from a boar from? Like the tail?
Yeah, like I don't even know.
I don't even know. Who thought of that? Like who in 1498 China thought, hey, we got a puma over here. Let's get some of these bristles out of his tail or something. I'm assuming it's his tail, because I think they have like some kind of like fuzzies on their tail. I don't know why I like this,
but it has to be kind of stiff though, right? The bristles,
they kind of maybe they had hairspray and they used hairspray back then.
I don't know.
Believe it or not, I wasn't there.
The toothbrush.
Believe it or not, I wasn't there.
Yeah,
but like, who thought of that? Who thought of like, let's get these bristles off of this boar?
Also, like, here's my other question: did they have any? Were they just brushing? They didn't have anything.
Yeah, they had no toothpaste.
Were they just dipping it in some water or something like that? And I don't even know what they're doing.
Maybe they were
how long ago.
Maybe they were like Shrek and they used some like slug. What was it, like slug guts or like snail? I don't know.
I don't remember. But that was actually pretty crazy on this day.
Boars, I had to look it up. Boars are actually, they have hair. So it could be the bristles from, their fur.
Yeah.
Their coat here.
Their coat.
Because
their hide.
Yeah. I would imagine that those are still like, like pretty stiff.
Yeah.
But I can't confirm. Obviously. All right.
What's the next on this day, Mike?
Oh, you want me to hit him back to back? Oh, you did that one. I'm sorry.
I did do that one.
Also back a few years, 15 or so, in 1870, the first section of the Atlantic City boardwalk, easy for me to say, was open. So the Atlantic City boardwalk, I was on it about 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
Something like that. Ran into my good friend Roger from Jersey Shore. Shout out to Roger. That's my boy.
Shout out Raj.
But that's the world's longest boardwalk, 5.5 miles long. Also, it's the oldest in the U.S. You're here for a history lesson here.
Yeah.
About the Atlantic City boardwalk.
And yeah, it's just crazy that it started to be completed, and obviously they've added on more, and that it's still the longest in the world, and we have it here in the U.S. and pretty so close to me, at least, not as close to you anymore, but like you visited there very recently.
I do like Atlantic City. They like my money.
Yes. And then another on this day, pretty close to home here,
also
and another
close to home,
yeah, and another kind of historic one. 1927, so not quite 100 years, but getting close.
A few years ago,
the Cyclone roller coaster opened up on Coney Island. Now that is one of, I don't even know. I would say, I don't have any facts to back this up, but like one of the most famous like roller coasters in America. I think personally, I don't know if it's just biased because we're close to Coney Island, but I think like, it was it was wooden roller coasters, classic. That's like kind of,
and it's still open.
It's still open.
That's the crazy part.
Over 90 years later. So.
It's still there. Like the original, it's still wood. It still scares the absolute crap out of you. Not because it's a roller coaster, but you actually think you might die.
Yeah.
Because it's like, crinkling and all.
Because people who were living, who lived through World War II and World War I also rode on the same exact machine. That's why you
still
think
going.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So absolutely insane.
Still kicking.
Both of those.
But they closed the Nathans, which is
opening. Ridiculous. Yes, both of those things opening and being built and whatnot on these days is pretty crazy.
Absolutely.
Nisto drinks this week.
Yeah.
We had Dunkin' Donuts. We're back. We're back at the old stomping grounds. Now, actually, I
sorry, I gotta say this. Dunkin' should be sponsoring us at this point. They should be
mean,
sponsoring Nisto drinks and the
we should
Nisto
have
Bros.
a ton of
We should have a
sponsors.
ton of sponsors.
We're doing
I
a
mean,
lot of good.
hello. I'm not trying. I didn't plan this. This couldn't match any better. But
Yes.
I mean, for goodness sakes, here
we're doing a lot of work spreading the good word, and we're not getting any any repayment. And I don't know. I'm getting a little sick.
You know, I'm getting sick of it too, because you know what? I have to imagine that the stock and the income of Bang and Ghost and Rain and Duncan, to name a few, have gone through the roof since the Nisto Bros started talking about them.
You know what? I'm gonna say I think we'll probably get some facts to back that. I think we could probably back that up.
I'm gonna fact check this.
There's a direct correlation between their income, their profit, and the Nisto Bros talking about them. Just like, I really do think that that's probably provable.
Dunkin's adding things to the menu all the time. Why? Because they got the money to do it. Why? Because Nisto Drinks is there every other week.
You know,
Taco Bell cuts out like half of their dollar menu. Why? Because Nisto Eats doesn't go there. I went there once for breakfast to try it out,
and didn't get a huge cosign. So, but okay, the Dunkin' beverage
enough of the rant.
Was so there's a few things. There's a few notes right off the bat. 3 things I have in my mind. 1, I done goofed a little bit.
Yeah. Oh,
I had a drink. I forgot that I had a drink in the fridge ready to do Nisto Drinks. I bought it like a week ago.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah. And I totally blanked because I had work that day and I was just flustered. I was like, I gotta do Nisto Drinks. I don't know what to do. Oh, new Dunkin' beverage. Okay, let's try it. So I'll do that one next week. I'm still not gonna spoil it though. Second thing.
New Dunkin' drink.
There's another new Dunkin' drink that I got some comments from, not on the video. Leave comments on the video, by the way, guys. I got some direct text messages saying, did you try the new Dunkin' boba? So it's not real boba, but they have like little, so you know, at like frozen yogurt places, they have like those little like circular popping balls.
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
So they have those now at Dunkin', and you can like get it in a drink, and it's like boba, but not really. So
I'm gonna have to try that. I want to try that one.
That's definitely going to be tried. Maybe next week. Maybe I'll do double feature something. I'm gonna do that, and then also the pre-bought drink that I have as well.
I'm just saying, like, I'm sorry to go back to what we were saying, like boba. That's a pretty like fancy thing, almost, kind of, right? Your Dunkin' is getting bougie because of the Nisto Bros. I'm just saying.
Yes, for sure.
You didn't have the cap to do this before the Nisto Bros started spreading the word of Dunkin'.
Yes. I will say the smoked vanilla was a little left something a little to be desired. One thing that I didn't comment on, but I realized kind of after, I did ask for light ice, less ice, as I always do, and I always tell you guys to do that. But one thing that I realized is there was still kind of a lot of ice in there.
It looked like it.
There was a good amount of ice in there, and I didn't comment on it again. I was going no edit. I was going quick, but and then the smoked vanilla, I wasn't really sure what to expect there, but it was just a little too non-specific. It was a little too not vanilla-y. It didn't really hit home on that promise that it had. I didn't know if it, one of the other things I was thinking, you know how like Dunkin', you get flavor, you got to mix it around, pumps. Right?
Yeah.
You get the pumps, you got to mix it around so it's not all at the bottom.
Yeah.
But that one was the sweet cold foam, and it's supposed to leave the layer on the top, so you can't really mix it. You don't even get a straw for it. I mean, you can, but it has like the sipping lid.
That was like that one that Starbucks one that you had, right? You mixed it, but you weren't supposed to mix it. Yes. Something like that, because it's supposed to be in layers. I don't remember what that one is.
But the thing was, so like that's why I was like, I don't know if the flavor's at the bottom, and that's why it's not really getting me the vanilla. It's just kind of sweet from the cold foam because it was called sweet cold foam, and that's all I got. It was just kind of a little regular and didn't really hammer home the vanilla flavor, and that was kind of the summary of my thought. Overall, though, I mean, I liked the cold foam. I think that's a nice touch on an iced coffee. It tasted good overall, and that's where we're kind of gonna leave it.
I don't know what, like, this whole time, like ever since you dropped the episode, I've been trying to think of like what the heck would smoked vanilla like taste like?
Yeah,
because like I think of like smoked insert
salmon.
food here, like smoked salmon, or like I'm thinking food, and I'm thinking of like a barbecue or something, like like smoked, pulled
Brisket.
pork, or smoked brisket, like smoked vanilla. Like I don't really know. Wouldn't know what to expect from that.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be sweet. I thought it was gonna have kind of maybe like a little bit of not. I kind of had like campfire vibes. I was thinking maybe a little toasted roasted marshmallow kind of
That'd be
vibe to it.
nice. That'd be nice. Like a little s'mores.
That's kind of what I had in the back of my mind of maybe what it would be tasting like, but
It didn't.
I don't know. It just kind of was not very descript in any vanilla flavor. So that's where I was at. And then Nisto Eats, I mean, it's pretty crazy how when I saw you post that about Nisto Eats 2.5 years ago was
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it either when I pulled it up and I saw 2.5 years ago. I've been at this for almost 3 years now.
Yeah.
Almost, it's crazy. But I'll explain why there was just a flashback episode and there was not a new episode. If you are in Florida, you may be aware of the happenings here. But all week long, there has been crazy. You might have even heard it somehow through the microphone, but there's been a crazy storm here. Like all week, we've had like a couple hours here and there of calmness, but yesterday was just. I didn't want to leave my. I've been afraid to leave my apartment at night because I don't need the lights on because the lightning is like this close to just it lights up my apartment. Before, when we were prepping for this episode, it's the daytime. Like it's daytime. It's almost 2:00 p.m. Eastern and Pacific time. So the sun is out. There was a lightning strike that lit up my apartment with my light on. It had to be like this close.
It was very close.
If it didn't hit the house next door, it had to be somewhere close. So I was just trying to be safe, really. And to be quite frank, I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do. All I knew is I didn't want to go out. And
we need those comments.
Yeah, people. We need the damn comments. I don't know if I could say damn, but I said it already. But yeah, definitely comment some stuff. I know it's kind of tough for for the Long Island viewers to be like, hey, go here now that I'm in Orlando. But hey, I got some school friends that are following, so help me out here.
I actually did see a comment on the YouTube. I meant to let you know. I'll say it right here on the pod. Someone commented and asked if you found another pizza place that was a little bit more authentic New York. And to try that out.
So okay, all right. So I'm gonna say this now, and I don't want to steal the idea from Dave Portnoy, who's obviously one of the inspirations behind Nisto Eats, really. But it seems I might have to go a pizza route. I might have to start doing some consecutive episodes of pizza reviews down here. Because I haven't found it. To answer that comment here, and because I personally didn't see that. So thank you for bringing that to light for me. But I haven't. The first place, we're not talking about them. Don't get me fired up.
Moving right on.
Moving along. The second place was okay.
But it wasn't.
It was cut weird. And I've had this other place off camera. There was no episode. I might do a review. I can't do a review. I've already had it. It wouldn't be fair. Right. But it's cut. It's not cut right. It's a round pie, like a regular pie should be.
Yes.
But it's cut as if it was Sicilian. So Sicilian is rectangular for the people that don't know.
But okay, you can't get even rectangles out of
You
a
don't.
circle.
You don't. You get some slices that are this big.
Oh, Madonna mia.
And then you get some slices that are like, this big. I'm like, what the hell? And then the middle is, I mean, even on a Sicilian, the middle is not that great. But like, I'm just like, whose idea was this? So I don't know if that's the theme.
Hey, no offense here. Pizza, but it was a stupid Floridian's idea. No offense.
Yeah. No, all offense. Okay.
No offense, but a ton of offense. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going on the offensive against Florida. Actually, I have one little quick anecdote. I have family visiting here from Florida right now. We got Long Island pizza. They said, this is so good. I can't even. There's nothing like this in Florida. It's terrible. So I don't know. They're not as close to you in Orlando. Maybe there's another spot you can try out. That's all I wanted to say. Let's move on.
You might have to repeat that or text it to me because my internet's been doing this.
It's all good.
I didn't hear what you said. I didn't hear what you said. Just text it to me if it's near.
Yeah, no, they don't have a place. They said.
Oh, I thought you said that. I thought you said you had a place. I'm trying to put pieces together.
All good. Anyway. Let's get into the draft. The meat and taters of this episode. We've been talking for a while though.
Sorry.
Stanley Cup draft. The Stanley Cup Finals are set, as we said. I'm sharing my screen. Here it is. Can you see it? Is everything okay?
Yeah, Vasilevsky's got his the boxes around on his name.
Get the box out of there. Now we got the cursor.
That's all right. No, it's okay. No, I don't see it.
All right,
it looks great. So yeah, we got it here. It's between the Tampa Bay Lightning, go Bolts, the Floridians. I'm a native Floridian now.
Back.
And the Montreal Canadiens. This is what we had said 2 weeks ago. I believe we made the prediction of it, and this is
true.
Something that's interesting. Under normal circumstances, in a normal season, obviously the divisions were thrown around because of COVID at the start of the season. These two teams are in the same division.
They
are in what was known as the Atlantic Division. I don't know what they're going to do going forward, if things are going to stay the same or they're going to go back to normal. But these two teams would never face each other in the Stanley Cup. It'd be impossible.
It's pretty interesting how there's like, an anomaly like this can happen.
Yeah. And I think it's cool. And if things go back to normal again, I mean, you got to say that the Atlantic Division is the best division in the game, right? Because you got the Stanley Cup is between the two teams in the Atlantic right now.
For sure. Same thing. Like
crazy.
This is off topic, and I don't want to keep going off topic, but like the NL West right now, the Giants are surprising everyone in first place, but then they have the Dodgers and Padres too. Like one of those teams is not even going to be in the actual playoff bracket because of the wild card.
That's all California too. That's even more just like zoomed in, you know?
But again, sorry, I didn't mean to get off topic there. Here it is.
No, it's okay.
So, I don't know.
So
how are we doing?
Go ahead.
We got two goalies from the Canadiens. We got two goalies from the Lightning. All time. Well, not all time. So we went back to the 90s. To pick.
With one exception.
Because we'll get there. And then, so we're each going to pick two goalies, correct? Or do we say one? Just one.
One goalie.
One goalie.
So you want me to explain it?
Sure.
As the hockey guy?
As the hockey guy.
As the hockey guy. So first, before we get into that, got to give credit to Austin for putting this graphic together. Looks absolutely exquisite. I love how we have the teams on each side. So it's not labeled, but the Canadiens are the top team. The Lightning are the bottom team. We're picking your starting six. There's six guys on the ice for you, and including the goalie. So we're picking a goalie, we're picking two defensemen, and we're picking three forwards. And we have four goalies to choose from, obviously, two each, three defensemen from each team, and then four forwards from each team. So that's how that's going to look out. And that's your starting lineup there.
Yes.
Who's going to be at the dot for you when we're dropping the puck.
And so we did this for the World Series.
We
did this for the big game. If you guys remember that episode, that was a fun one. And so for these drafts, it's not a traditional draft where we are, taking like I won't be able to pick.
One.
The baseball. We did the baseball one we did with Sully.
Yeah.
And we picked our own like fantasy teams. It's not like that. This we're just we're picking to talk about some the classic members of both of these teams. And so we could both pick Chris Chelios if we want to.
We could have the same team essentially. We won't do that, but essentially we could. And I think we both really like doing these for the finals of sports. That being said, I will tease it next week. We're going to do the same thing for the NBA. I know we mentioned it a couple weeks ago that we were going to have this long stretch of sports themes, and it's starting. So next week is going to be the NBA. We're just hoping that the Bucks wrap it up in 5. I mean, especially me, biased and all, Bucks in 5 would be great. But for the podcast, we kind of need it to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean,
we'll keep you guys posted on that for sure.
Giannis is the first ever Nisto Bros Hall of Famer, so he knows
what he's got to do.
He knows what he's got to do. I'm telling you, when's game 3? Tomorrow, I think. Game 3. I'm saying it. Giannis is going to put up a 40-point triple double.
Done. Signed, sealed, delivered.
I said it right here. Timestamp. We don't timestamp stuff, but I'm gonna come back to it.
Hey, he's on fire with his predictions. So all right,
I've been really good on these, right?
You have.
All right, enough of my great predictions.
I just want to check real quick.
Yeah.
If I switch my screen, can you see it? It says my screen sharing is paused. Can you still see it or no?
It is. I still see it, but it's like weird. It's like it's still there, but it looks like it's almost like open in the background too. It's kind of strange.
All right, then I just won't switch my screen.
It's I don't know what the heck that was all about. A little unpleasing.
Okay.
Excuse me. But yeah, let's I do
it like this. Hold on. Well, never mind.
Wouldn't be the Nisto Bros podcast without a technical difficulty.
Hey, it's not even I was just checking. I was just checking to see.
Of course. This blinking cursor's got to go. If that can happen.
I don't know where
click off somewhere. Oh, that's absolutely terrible.
Now we're getting some technical.
Oh, no.
What if I just highlight this?
That's, you know what? That I could deal with. That's better than the blinking.
We're not even going to look at that.
I'm not even looking at it. The Nisto Bros Stanley Cup draft sponsored by Godiva. If you know, you know. But let's get it going here.
I don't have more sponsors.
Do you right? Come on. Godiva, I understand, not sponsoring us because of my blatant disrespect towards the name. But I mean, you spell it that way. All right. I'm going off on too many tangents, too many rabbit holes here. Let's start it off here. You want to start off with the man in between the pipes, or do you want to end with the man in between the pipes with the goalies?
I'll leave it up to you.
I want to flip a coin. Hey Siri, flip a coin. Oh, hold on. I gotta establish. I gotta say heads will be first, tails will be last, because that's okay. Flip a coin.
It's tails.
It's tails. They're last. So we're gonna go forwards, defense, goalie.
Sounds good.
We could go back and forth. You pick one and I'll go one, and or do you want to do your three forwards? And
no, let's go 1-1-1-1.
1-1-1-1-1-1. All right. Beautiful.
You go first.
I go first. Oh, yeah. Shiitake mushrooms. All right. So now we'll address the elephant in the room. Guy Lafleur on the Canadians was not in the 90s, but it's got to be mentioned here. What the heck has been up with Montreal's forwards? That we were looking at the stats, like all-time stat leaders, and they haven't really had a relevant forward since Saku Koivu and Thomas Buchanan. And even those were kind of a stretch. Yeah. I mean, Pacioretty was the captain for a while, but he was like, it was like 26th all time on points. And like, I know the Canadians have been around for, the dawn of time here. But
Yeah.
you haven't had a relevant. So anyway, that's why Guy Lafleur is there, because we literally couldn't find someone that was like worthy. We'll say it. So that being said, I'm going to the Tampa Bay side.
All right.
I'm going to the Tampa Bay side. If I want playoff production, I'm going Nikita Kucherov. I'm taking Nikita Kucherov. He is the leading point scorer right now in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I'm pretty sure he was for last year too, and probably the year before that too. The guy is just insane. Yeah. He's just insanely good.
Absolute beast.
In the playoff, in the regular season and in the playoffs. He game 6. He only played like 43 seconds. There was a little injury bug, but he came back last night. Sorry, Islanders, but you're gone. But Kucherov came out, played, and I mean, it's the Stanley Cup playoffs. Nobody's 100%. So I'm curious to see what comes out when the season or the playoffs are over with what he's been dealing with, because he's not 100%. There's no chance. But anyway, Nikita Kucherov is my first pick.
All right. Super strong pick there. I'm not going to go with Kucherov. He was definitely someone I was thinking about. But, we just mentioned him, an absolute legend in the game. I got to go with Guy Lafleur. Right. I had to go with it,
That's fair. That's fair.
I had to go with him. I don't even know what to say. He's just an absolute legend.
His stats were crazy. Yeah, I remember.
I forgot what you said just before. It was like it was him, right? You said like 1,200 something points in 900
still have it open. No,
games or something like that.
I'll pull it
absolutely
up really
crazy. And just obviously one of the figureheads of the Canadiens franchise, as we said before, that there was. They have a really storied history, but he is definitely part of
961 games played.
Okay.
1,246 points.
It's absolutely incredible what he was able to do. And that is going to be my first forward pick.
It's a good pick.
Not bad, right? Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. You know what? I'll pick him. I'm going to say I'll pick him too. How could you not? I just read those stats. How could you not? Are you kidding me? Guy Lafleur?
Kind of the outlier here, but yeah.
Yeah, it was almost like a unanimous decision. Like, he had to be in there. It doesn't matter the time frame. He's a legend. So, yeah, I'm going Guy Lafleur and Nikita Kucherov right now are my forwards.
I'm going to go over to the Lightning side as well, and I'm going to pick Steven Stamkos.
Nice.
For the other present Lightning representative here on the forwards side. And he's obviously I don't know, I guess we should have prefaced this before, still a little green on the hockey side for me. He's one of the ones who, like, I knew even kind of before I got into hockey at all. He just kind of transcended. I knew that he was he was a guy,
He's a unit.
He's definitely a guy, and I think he's gonna be a very strong second pick for me.
Yeah, the problem with him is staying on the ice.
Yes.
Just injuries have really been unfortunate for him. But my third forward, I'm going back to the Tampa Bay side. I'm going with I don't know this for a fact, but actually I probably do. I'm going with the shortest guy on here. I'm going Marty St. Louis. I'm pretty confident he was the shortest. I'm not sure how tall Guy Lafleur was, but I'm going Marty St. Louis. Oh man, I don't want to talk too much about him, but it's going over to my Ranger bias, and I have to take him. And even though we didn't seal the deal, he brought us there, and it was just such a special season for St. Louis and the Rangers at that time. And I think it was his mother had passed during those, and he didn't miss a beat. Like, he got better, and the boys just rallied behind him. And I don't want to. It's freaking dusty in here, man.
Yeah.
And my those allergies and stuff. But yeah, I got to go Marty St. Louis. Not only for the meaning behind that, but just a great player and a great person. I had the privilege of meeting him after a Ranger game, and he was just a sweetheart, really. And I think I got to give him a lot of props for playing as long as he did at his size, especially at the time of him playing. The league was is just getting bigger and bigger at that time. And, we're kind of somewhere in between now, but still was an elite performer at his size, and for the longevity he did it too.
So there's Marty your 3 forwards.
Yes,
you got all of them.
I do.
And I now have to go with my last one. A lot of good options here still.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I feel LeCavalier.
That's all right. You tried.
LeCavalier. I couldn't see the second L there. I got mixed up there.
Oh, it's okay.
I am gonna pass on Kucherov. I don't want to get 2 of 3 the same as you. I think I'm actually gonna go back to the Canadian side, and I'm gonna go with Pacioretty.
Interesting.
You mentioned before, this is a little bit of a blind pick. Don't know a ton about the remaining ones, but you mentioned before, captain of the Canadians when he was there, and I think he would complement my other 2 very well. And he looks like a pretty handsome guy.
I have to say, he is a very handsome man. I did get the privilege of meeting him, and my mom's gonna love this one.
Okay.
She met him with me. We were it was when the Islanders were still at the Coliseum, and you could meet players. They would stay at the hotel at the Marriott right across the walkway there, and you could meet players as they walk into practice and stuff. So the Canadians were in town, so we went to go get some autographs and pictures and stuff. And Pacioretty was still on the team at that time. Now he's playing with Vegas and playing golf because of the Canadians. How ironic.
Yeah.
But Pacioretty came out. My mom was excited. She was excited to meet a lot of them, but she swears that it was an accident, but I don't let her live it down. I swear it was on purpose. She touched Max Pacioretty's butt.
Oh, wow.
She touched the butt. She says it was an accident. I'm saying, no way. You knew what you were doing there, Big G. You knew what you were doing. You knew what you were doing.
Hey, sometimes, can't resist.
It was either before or after the picture with Patch, but she touched the butt. So there it is.
Yeah.
It had to be said. But he is a handsome man. He is also a very good guy too. He was really nice.
Yes. And so do you want to circle back and I maybe get the first pick on defense?
Yeah, we could snake it a little bit.
Do a little bit of
not really doing
action,
snake, but but yeah, you could start us off. We'll round out our whole team when we're done.
Of course. So with the first pick here, I'm gonna keep playing my pinball game. I'm going back and forth between the teams. I'm going back to the Lightning, and I gotta go with Victor Hedman. I gotta go with him.
Talk it up. I'm gonna get water and a cough drop because my allergies are.
Oh, I got a ton to talk about with this hockey.
This hockey game, as they say in hockey. Let's do that hockey. I'll be very swift.
Yes, I will be too.
Oh God.
So here we are. I just said I'm picking Victor Hedman. One of the things that I did want to bring up in relation to what Mike was saying before, the league transitioning from, getting bigger. Victor Hedman, 6'6", one of the most formidable defenders out there. We actually talked about him. I believe it was when we were doing the 100-point player. Go back and check that out. We were building our perfect, or maybe he was part of the $15 lineup. One of the two NHL ones we did, and we picked Victor Hedman for that. I think it was the lineup. And he is just an absolute monster. And again, I'm sticking with kind of more of the present players that I have a little bit more knowledge on. And he's just an absolute beast and leading the Lightning again to the Stanley Cup Finals. No, I did 100. I did such a good job while you were gone. So
I believe it. I trust you and your hockey knowledge.
Yeah.
I was panicking. I didn't have a good enough cup really at the ready. So I just grabbed the biggest one I could find.
We're rolling here on the No Server Bros podcast as we always do.
Never a dull moment.
Never dull. All right. So
is it my turn?
Hedman, by the way.
Yes. I remember that. Let's finish this here.
What's the price?
Imagine
prices going up.
Always.
Egos.
All right. Egos. So sorry. I'm going to go with my first pick here. My first defenseman. We got two defensemen. It's unfortunate. Well, I'm going to go with someone who I almost didn't want to put on this list. Mainly because I don't see them as a Canadian. He did start his long career there, but I'm going Chris Chelios. I don't see him as a Canadian because he really shined. Sheened. He was really good with the Blackhawks and the Red Wings, but looking at his stats when we did it, he's still up there with the Canadians, with the best of the best. So I'm going Chelios. That's another guy that my mom has a crush on. Did not get to meet him, unfortunately, but I'm pretty confident that my mom would purposely touch his butt too.
Oh, jeez.
You got to watch out. Hockey players out there, big G's around. You got to watch those cheeks. She's going to love it.
Yeah.
She's going to love
it. You actually took my pick again? Well, no, I took your LaFleur, and you went right for him. I'm going back, and I was going to pick Chelios as well. Like you said, definitely like you said, not thought of as a Canadian first, but I mean, kind of my thought in these drafts, sometimes even if we're picking someone who it wasn't necessarily their prime with that team, or like they were thought of as the best, I kind of think of it still as like, oh, I'm getting like the prime version of that player.
Yeah. I agree.
And that's kind of why I'm going with Chelios here.
Are you going Chelios? You're still gonna stick with Chelios?
I'm still gonna stick with it.
Yeah, it's a good pick. Maybe this is an unbiased or unpopular opinion, I should say. We're not gonna have the same defensive pairing. I'm not picking Victor Hedman. I think he's a little overrated. I said it.
Wow.
I'm supporting the Lightning, of course, but I think I think it's been apparent in these playoffs to me that I don't think maybe he's just having an off playoffs run here, but even the fact that he was in contention for the Norris Trophy surprised a lot of people, it seemed. And again, maybe bias coming out, but Adam Fox should be the clear winner of that. But anyway, so for that, I'm not picking Hedman.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna round out who I'm not picking here. I'm not picking Dan Boyle. I don't know if I could say this word, but I've said it before. He's a bit of a dick. He's a bit of a dick.
Looks like
yeah, okay. I don't want to get too much into him, but I'm not doing it. I'm gonna pick two. So that being said, I'm picking two Canadians here.
All right.
And
I like it.
The best Canadian defenseman that was there was Markov. Am I picking him though? No, because also he was a bit of a dick too. I'm going PK Subban. I'm going PK Subban. One, I've also met him too. Absolute great guy. Don't think my mom touched his butt. But he's such a character. I mean,
you're throwing Gene under the bus. A little bit here.
I'll have to ask her, but she didn't tell me. But you know, he gets a lot of heat for his over the top antics and stuff. Personally, I love it. He got a lot of heat with I think it was one of his last couple of years with the Canadians. I don't even remember who. I think it was like Mike Milbury of all the people to be criticizing. He was like dancing during warmups. Why is that a bad thing? Like he's getting amped up, man. He's on 110 like all the time. And I just think he's just a great guy, and he's doing stuff for ESPN now with the NHL for the playoffs, and I know he's also very big in the African American community that wants to play hockey, and I love that. I want more people to play hockey. So PK Subban.
And if we zoom in right there, we can see a black hockey fan.
Going back to the SNL.
I had to.
I'm going to be talking to him. He doesn't look cold at all. So I'm going to be talking to him after the game.
So that rounds out the defensemen, and then we only have the goalies, and then we will go over our team. So I picked first in this second round, so I guess you will pick your goalie, and then I'll pick mine. For me, this is easy. Also, I mean, this is a weird flex. I've been saying who I've met. I've also met Carey Price. Very nice guy. So he can come off to be a bit rude and a bit of a dick since I've been saying that, but he's actually very nice. Like he doesn't have a lot of emotions, but anybody that really gives you the time of day, I think when you're a professional athlete, giving the fans the time of day really, that's a nice guy to me. And like, especially someone of his caliber, you know, like one of the, you know, that premier.
Yeah. An elite goalie in the regular season now doesn't have a Stanley Cup until maybe this year. But he was a nice guy. He's a nice guy too. I don't want to go too much, but I'm not picking him. I have to pick my hero, my legend, Patrick Roy. I can't not pick Patrick Roy. I'm not even going to say one of the best. I'm coming out and saying the best goalie ever. I almost said the F word. Screw Marty. Fatso didn't shake my hand. That's a Sean Avery line. Marty Brodeur is not the best goalie ever. Patrick Roy is. And I said
hot takes here on the Nisto
hot
Bros
takes. He won
podcast.
Cups. He won cups there. He won a cup in Colorado. That team, man, the Colorado team. Oh, that was my childhood right there.
Yep.
Patrick Roy. And then his coaching antics were amazing, in my opinion. Love it. Yeah. Patrick Roy. He was a goalie that fought too, for goodness sakes. Okay, I'm done. Patrick Roy.
Can't go wrong there. So that was your last pick.
That is my last pick, and I'll round out my team when we're done.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with my pick. I am actually sticking. So I've gone every time. Hold on one sec. Can you wait one sec?
You're not muted.
I know.
I don't know if you were trying to mute.
Yeah.
I missed it. God.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's okay. If you need to talk, I could talk.
No. You're fine.
I know a little bit about hockey.
I couldn't find the mute very quick while I was sharing my screen.
It's all good.
Here we go. Andre Vasilevsky. I'm going. So I went with all current Lightning players.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they got a great team
on my team. And so here's one of the things I was actually thinking. Also, we talked about him quite a bit. This was a very early episode. This was like episode 4 or 5, right? When we did the $15 NHL draft. He was one of the very popular goaltenders that we were picking.
That's right.
And so one of the things that I was going to say is he has a very good chance with this very good Lightning team they have here. Going for he could win back-to-back cups, right?
Good.
and really cement himself. He's young. He still has a long career ahead of him. I don't know. I know I was saying like, oh, I'm picking the prime picks. I think he's in his prime right now. He's doing great stuff, and that's who I'm picking.
An honorable mention for goalies for the Lightning is Ben Bishop.
Yes.
Ben Bishop was in between Javi Bulin and Vasilevsky for a lot of these stats. Like Javi Bulin was actually underneath Ben Bishop, but Javi Bulin won the cup with them, and it was just on an incredible run at that time in 2004. But Ben Bishop and Vasilevsky were there at the same time, actually, and Vasilevsky gave Bishop the boot because of how well he was performing. So it is a lot of credit for Vasilevsky for sure. Yeah, so that rounds out our team. I want to go over our team, and then before we lose the graphic, I'm all about the predictions, baby. I want to hear both of us who's winning the cup and how many games.
Yep. All right, so go over your team.
Round out my team.
And give your prediction at the end, and then
you got
that's
it.
What we'll do it.
My team, my forwards, I'll start at the top here. I got Guy Lafleur, Nikita Kucherov, and Martin Saint-Louis. On defense, got Chris Chelios and PK Subban. And then in net, my boy, Patrick Roy. And I'm saying this series has to go 7. I cannot see this series not going 7.
Yeah.
That being said, it hurt. I can't say it hurts. It does kind of hurt. I'm going Habs in 7.
Wow.
I'm going Habs in 7. I think this is the time for Carey Price. Carey Price doesn't have a cup yet. It's been a crazy year for them. It's been a crazy year. They've been comparing it to the 93 Canadians, which was the last time that they won the Stanley Cup.
Hey, we'll see what happens.
With my boy, Patrick Roy. Sorry.
I am going to go here with my team. So I pick first Guy Lafleur. That is our only overlap. Oh, no. We also overlapped on Chelios. Mm-hmm. Guy Lafleur, Steven Stamkos, and then Max Pacioretty, right?
Yep.
Then for my defenseman, we got Victor Hedman and Chris Chelios, as I just mentioned. And then in goal, in net, which one is it, Mike? Say either?
Yeah, you can say either. All right. In between the pipes.
Oh, Andre
Vasilevsky. Yeah. Who do you got and how many?
So I was thinking 7. I was also thinking it's got to go 7.
Has to, right? And if this goes 7, I'm going to love it. Stanley Cup Game 7. Oh, my God. In my veins. I don't care about either of these teams, but I need that.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go with the Lightning, not just to be a contrarian there, but I do have more faith in this Lightning's team. But I know it's been a pretty crazy season. No one really expected the Canadians to get all the way to the top.
Some people didn't even expect them to make the playoffs.
Yeah. So
yeah.
We'll see.
Crazy year.
We'll see what happens. I'm excited. I'll definitely be following along.
It's gonna be fun.
Let us know. Comment who you guys would have taken.
Yeah.
And who you think is gonna win it all.
Habs in 7.
All right. Can I shut down the graphic? You good?
I think so. Or can you keep it with and then go right to the post of the week? Do we have that sorcery? Or do you have to stop share and then share screen again?
I'm going to do it. It's just going to take me 2 seconds if you want to talk for 2 seconds.
Sure. Habs in 7. I'm going to keep saying it. It's going to happen. Something feels right about this team. Carey Price has just been on a whole nother level of just.
All right. Can you see it?
Yes, I do.
I did it.
Nice.
Pretty good. So here's the post of the week. We're transitioning right into that, and then we'll close up the show here. What's the post, Mike?
I'm sorry. I was just reading some of these comments.
I know. I was looking at the comments before
too. This is from at Wasted on Instagram, and it's a screenshot of a Twitter conversation. So it's all the inception here.
Yeah.
The conversation starts with at Real Uno Game. So Uno, the card game. It says if someone puts down a draw 4 card, you must draw 4 and your turn is skipped. You cannot or you can't put down a draw 2 to make the next person draw 6. We know you've tried it. Hashtag Uno. And then the first comment, Quintel Clements at Q_the_fly_guy says, what about a draw 4 on a draw 4? Uno then responds, no.
Simply no, period.
Simply no, period. And Q says, you don't know how to play the game right.
And absolutely ratios gets so many more likes on that tweet than Uno's.
And I'm just reading some of the comments on the Instagram here. David _ I can't say that. I'm just not even gonna try.
Simonovich.
Sure. They gave us the game. We'll take it from here. 100% right. Then the next one, Malgavin. Jeez Louise, guys. Yeah, WTF. You can definitely put a draw 4 on a draw 4. Uno tripping. And then Tim rag something. These cards play by street rules. Trust no one.
So there it is. I thought it was a good post of the week to share. Because Uno, obviously an absolutely classic card game, but there's no concrete way to play. Everyone's got lots of different house rules to play.
It's really, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Draw 2, stacking, all the different things. Why? I don't know. I've heard
it's crazy stuff. You have to, like you said, I think you hit it right on the head. House rules. It really depends on where you're playing, who you're playing with, because everyone plays it differently. Personally, I don't like the stack game. I've played it. I don't really like it. If I have 4 draw 4s in my hand, I'm stacking them for the next guy to draw 12. Math.
Yep. Oh, you got 4 of them? 16.
16, sorry. And then somebody else could just throw another one on to add it. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I've never liked it. Don't be a can I say you know what? I'm on edge. I don't care. Don't be a bitch. Draw 4. Okay? Deal with it. I've also seen if you play the draw 4, they draw, but they still have their turn.
Yeah,
I don't like that. That one's okay. I could take or leave that, but it in the rules clearly supposed to be skipped. On the draw 2, you draw 2 and then you could play.
Yeah.
But draw 4, you're supposed to be done ski. Excuse me.
Uno, in general,
that's a fighting game.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Tim's comment was kind of right. It's a street game. It low key turns into a bit of a street game, especially when you got contesting rules and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think it was a funny thing to bring up. Comment some of your house rules. Maybe we'll fight about it one day.
I think the guy Tim has got it, and trust no one, because you could team up with someone, be like, oh, Karen over here has only got 2 cards. Let's get her, and you play a reverse card, and then the next thing you know, Jimbo over here, who was gonna get Karen, now gets you, and now you and Jimbo are fighting on the front lawn. So
precisely.
That's a real story. That's happened to me. I'm just kidding. But no, I am kidding. That hasn't happened. But it gets heated. This game, I think, this and Monopoly, I think, are the biggest.
Nisto Bros Hall of Famer Monopoly.
Nisto Bros, easy for me to say. Hall of Fame Monopoly. You're fighting.
Yeah.
If you play those games and you don't fight, then you're not doing it right. That's for sure. That's one concrete rule. If you don't fight, you're not doing it right. So and I accidentally made a rhyme.
Back to the whole rhyming episode. We come full circle here. And you know how we always come full circle at the end of the episode with some laughs and some funny jokes. So I got one. Hey, you remember
I'm not drinking water. I'm gonna spit take. I don't want to do that.
Last weekend, it was Prime Day, right? Did you hear that?
Oh yeah, I heard about
Prime
that.
Day. They got all the good deals and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right.
So, do you know about did you hear about the 2 monkeys that actually share an Amazon Prime account? Do you know what they call themselves?
No.
You sure?
Right.
Primates.
Oh, that's stupid.
Primates.
So dumb. Primates. That's dumb, dude.
I thought it was a very good one.
I also have a play on words for my joke here. My good friend Jay-Z. It has to do with him. Okay?
Oh, Sean Carter.
Yeah. Oh, I actually didn't know that. But someone asked me, what did Jay-Z call his wife before they got married? This is stupid.
I don't know.
Fiance.
Oh.
But it's F-E-Y.
I got it, bro. That was very good. Oh man, I did not see that one coming at all.
I'm surprised.
I actually did like that one.
I'm surprised because usually you're pretty good. You'll call my my jokes out. If you got the punchline, you'll hit it.
Yeah,
I thought that was one you were gonna get.
At all. That one was good. Wow.
Fiance.
Yeah. All right. That's good. There's the Stanley Cup draft. Stay tuned. NBA Finals draft. Hopefully, the Bucks are going to be in it for sure. We're speaking it into existence. It's going to happen. 40-point triple-double from Giannis. That's his prediction.
That's what I said.
But I'm just putting it out there again. So definitely stay tuned for that.
Who you got? This is the episode of predictions. Who you got in the finals?
I'm going Bucks Suns.
So do I.
Bucks Suns. Yeah. We're very unoriginal here, I guess. We're picking. Yeah. But the Suns,
they're on something, man.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm rooting for the Suns to win it all. I'm sorry, Giannis and the Bucks. I'm sorry, but I need Chris Paul to win a ring, bro. I need Chris Paul
understand. To win a ring. I understand it. And normally I would be too if the Bucks were not in it. I mean, they're not yet. I mean, but they're in the playoffs. But even if it's the Hawks and the Suns, I want the Suns to make it, man. I could give a toss about the Clippers, really.
Yeah. Kawhi had his time.
But yeah, man. Even the Hawks would kind of be all right. Like Trae Young is on something else, man.
It would definitely be cool and a really good story if they
But I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the Hawks win.
Let's go Bucks. Let's root for
I think it's Bucks and Suns, and I want the Bucks to win, obviously.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be upset. Well, I would be. But I'll be
happy
our
predictions for the series once we actually know it next episode. Stay tuned. And also check out the merch store.
Yeah.
Link in the description. Nisto Bros merch. Get what you want. Mustache, Mount Rushmore, shirts, hoodies, onesies,
stickers, onesies,
masks.
Masks. I mean, who knows where you are now? Things are getting unlifted, uplifted, unlifted, underlifted, whatever the hell lifted over.
And you know
everywhere.
What?
Get them. But I want to look into this. I'm going to say this on camera, but whatever. I want to look into getting some more merch. I think we need to spice things up a little bit.
I think that could happen.
Drop a comment if you want.
And maybe but for the existing merch, I think it would be really cool. Also, if you don't like shipping, maybe you could use code Nisto Ships for free shipping on all your orders.
Yeah. I don't know if my throat's going to be able to do it, but do it. Man, I felt a little creak in there before I did it. I was like, oh man, this could be embarrassing. This could be the end here. But I think I know why my throat is just not cooperating with me, because I haven't been home and I haven't been able to take on any Cheesleys. I need some Cheesleys in my life. And you know what? When I do come home, I think I'm going to have to get Cheesleys. I might even download the app, even though I already have the app downloaded. I might download
the app in the link in our description.
Yeah, you could do that. And then you can load up that cart full of Cheesleys goodness of 25 or more. And use that promo code Nisto Bros for $5 off your order of 25 or more. Cheesley's app, Nisto Bros, $5 off 25 or more. Do it.
Do it. See you later. Check out the episode next week. Share it out. Subscribe to the podcast. Leave a review and follow us on all the social medias. Check out I Am Fam.
Yeah.
I Am Movement. I Am Morning Show. All the I Ams. Stick camo hats. They got merch as well. Check them out. Let us know what your Stanley Cup draft would have looked like. Let us know where we went wrong, what we got right. Do all the things. That's all from me.
That was creepy.
Peace, love, step. I started to try to maybe coordinate it as you were going to come up, but then I didn't do it in time.
That's all right. Habs in 7 and eat Cheesleys and listen.
That was a good listen. I feel
like it was pretty good. I like it. Kind of dig it.
Bye.